show.
You gonna sit here now? Okay, fine.
Get out of here.
For the record, it's Danny and Mike. My name is first. He got it for Pete and Pete because he's older, but this is my time.
Yeah,
this
whoever
is my
announced
time
that,
now.
thank you.
Welcome to episode 6 of The Adventures of Danny and Mike.
Yeah.
Live at Sketchfest 2014.
Lovely afternoon here.
At the chili punchline.
You need a
chili
sweatshirt.
punchline.
Sweatshirt.
We came from New York, dude.
Yeah. I gotta say.
Oh, it's freezing here. Terrible.
Thanks for having us here at the punchline. Thank you for bringing out more chairs. We're gonna need those. This guy came and stole the chairs at the Embarcadero today, right from under Danny's ass. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was just trying to eat a cheese and chili tamale. That's all I wanted to do. Then some foreign lady grabs my seat and sticks a stroller underneath the table that we're in and says, "Is anybody sitting here?"
She says, "What a fat baby! How do you feed him?"
And I was feeding myself just fine, thank you.
Yeah, he didn't need the bib. He was all right.
Yeah.
This is our first time on microphones in San Francisco. I don't know if you guys can tell by our easy manner.
Cool, man.
But it's not just us. As you can see, we're only 60% of the chairs here are filled up on stage, and we want to thank and bring to stage at this point 2 people. Can you pronounce their names, please?
Kumail Nanjiani and Emily Gordon, everybody, from Indoor Kids and many other great things.
Indoor Kids, hello.
We are
guys.
indoors.
Hello.
Hi.
Is this thing on? I'm not even doing a bit. Is it actually on?
It is.
Yeah.
All right. Not that we really need it. Hey, what type of foreign lady?
Yeah, I like that foreign lady. What color?
You gotta paint a picture.
It was Eastern European.
No, she was wearing Ray-Bans, so it's not clear.
Well,
You can see the
they have
eye.
Ray-Bans out there.
I mean, they could have been counterfeit.
So wait, are we going to use these or not? No, we have to.
I don't
use
know.
them.
We do
We're
it.
Yeah,
recording
it's a podcast. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we have to.
because I was almost with you. I was like, oh, this is great. We should definitely just do it like this.
It's so much more fun.
For the listener, Danny just said, "Oh, it's great. We should do it like this."
I'm so glad I didn't wear a skirt. I always have to check in ahead of time to make sure I'm not taking the
yeah.
audience's
I'm also
picture.
glad I
Could be
didn't
a
wear a
table.
skirt.
I'm not.
Yeah, we did a show. Where was it? In LA, where it was this setup, and Emily was wearing a skirt, and there were some.
Off skirts.
There was a visual component to the podcast
Yeah.
that
That
the
you missed
listeners
out
at
on.
home were unable to really appreciate.
I don't know. I don't know.
We could
VPN
see her
called you the next
vagina.
day.
I was wearing things.
Yeah, she was wearing panties.
I was wearing plenty of things.
But the
Let's
panties had a drawing of a vagina on it.
This is part of the burgeoning LA
only
burlesque
wear-
comedy scene.
Has anyone done that? Has anyone made panties or just underwear that has a photo, like a picture of the genitals on the outside?
Pretty much every podcast,
$1 billion idea.
we come up with $1 million ideas. So
Number 3. That's
you
number
just
3.
saw one.
Yeah.
We're gonna ding that. That's ding.
Yeah,
One.
let's. I want to go into business.
Well, this is our third one so far.
Okay, what are the other two? Not to
Go ahead. You
make
do
you recap.
Nikki's was.
Nikki Glazer, her $1 billion idea was a Kindle
That smells like
that
paper.
smells like paper.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Old
like
paper,
it.
like an old book. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like Kindles because it doesn't smell
Or
like
like,
a book.
how about a Kindle that opens up and is made of a
Paper.
bunch of papers that are bound together?
$1 billion
glue.
idea.
With
There's
glue.
only one book per Kindle.
Oh, so you can't download.
How many
new-
Kindles do you have to buy if you want all of the Lord of the Rings books?
So 3. Or if you count The Hobbit.
Right.
And the Silmarillion.
Right.
You're going to need 5
That's
Kindles.
a lot of
That's a good nerd ref. Good job, nerd ref.
Yeah, I've never pronounced that word out loud.
High-fiving for the people at home.
You guys can
Sorry,
have
I'm
that.
sorry.
So I think the $1 million idea is it have a drawing of the genitals, but like a slightly better genitals than your
there,
own.
Whatever's-
Are there
whatever's
better
under-
genitals than mine?
No, you would be the model. For the,
Nice save. Very good.
But I'm not going to sit for that. I'm not going to sit for that artist rendering.
Don't worry, I can sketch from memory.
You look really familiar. I don't know why you look so familiar. You just something really reminds. I feel like we've met before. I don't know why.
Oh,
The
man.
other $1 million idea was Pop-Tarts with Nutella.
Have they not done that?
Nutella Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts
yeah.
with Nutella?
Yeah.
Inside, not like, spread on the
Right on-
outside.
yeah, that is an
maybe on
amazing
the
idea.
Okay, so $1 million ideas.
It's good. Good $1 million idea. What's that scratch on your neck?
What is my latest burn report? Okay, so I was working on The Good Wife this time, and I took some scrims out of a 5,000 watt light, sending 5,000 watts worth of tungsten incandescence at Juliana Margulis's Sculpey head. And I removed one...
What head?
Sculpey.
What is Sculpey mean?
Can I spell that? SCULPY?
It's a
Yeah, we know it's
artist
sculpt.
art thing, right? It's like clay almost.
She's got a...
Clay head.
Oh, clay head.
Is that a compliment or?
So I took.
She's not coming on the
I took
podcast.
one scrim out of that light, which is like a metal piece of screen, and I laid it on the top of the set wall, and I turned my head to do something, and I burned a large thing on my neck.
Oh, cool thing
So
is
I
that-
look like I'm in a gang of.
There is or branded
Neck
like you're a
slashers.
cattle of some sort, or human trafficking.
I would say historically black college football player is my favorite type of branding. Fraternities. Those are very.
It's true. There are
Very painful.
There is. I know at least
Built-
one black. I knew a bunch of people that had the same brand on
dude.
their
Yeah.
arm.
Right?
Scarring.
That's a thing
Yeah.
that they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not
Scar
been to a
tattoos.
historically black college or university?
I haven't, and I don't really watch football, so I'm out of this
Yeah,
completely.
you're
But
way
I
out
do
of
like
loop.
scars a lot.
You're gonna love this.
Yeah, hello, NCAA. It's your cousin, Marvin NCAA.
I feel like it's on like every.
Here we go.
Every few episodes of Law and Order SVU is like they'll find a little kid who like also has like a branding scar because they're in human trafficking. That's what I know of.
Oh, and then they bring B.D. Wong in.
And then
right?
they bring B.D. Wong in, and he takes care of business.
And he's like, this kid is fucked up. Whenever they have him interview a kid, he's like, we gotta kill this kid.
this
This
kid is a monster.
a psychopath.
And I'm an expert, and this kid is a
I
monster.
know.
Pretty sure you guys have been watching a rerun of the same episode of Law and Order.
We might be.
Yeah, we've only watched one
happy with
episode
that.
like 10 times.
I do. If you ever want to have a good time, sing Pat Benatar's "We Belong," but replace "We Belong" with B.D. Wong. It's a great time. It is a great time for you and
Do it,
your
Emily.
friends. Oh, I am not singing on this podcast.
B.D. Wong together. I'm terrible.
B.D. Wong together. B.D. Wong to the night. B.D. Wong. Nope. Okay, we're done. We're
That's
done.
pretty good.
I was fully
Thank you.
expecting.
Thank
That
you.
was good.
Everyone
we have
do-
singing on this podcast. It's
BD Wong Night belongs to lovers.
Yes,
Yeah, there we
B.D.
go.
Wong night belongs to us. Yeah.
And then, Natalie Merchant does the...
Take me now. Yeah, I do a great Natalie Merchant singing impression.
Yeah. Her biggest song was a song that Bruce Springsteen wrote, so that's what I bring to the conversation.
What is that?
The B.D. Wong to the night. B.D. Wong.
That's a Bruce Springsteen
Yeah, it's a
joint?
Bruce Springsteen joint.
Was
Bruce
unaware.
Springsteen wrote that song.
I think
And
I
he
just lost some Jersey credits on that.
Yeah, you
'cause
did.
I'm from Jersey and I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure that...
He's gonna knock on my door.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dolly Parton wrote Born in the USA, though.
How dare you?
Well, Bruce... they traded. Bruce Springsteen wrote Jolene, and she wrote Born in the USA.
Jolene. I think Jolene is the best song ever.
Did you listen to that slowed down a little
The slowed
bit?
down version is
Creepy.
amazing. Do we have that? Cue it up.
Yeah, thanks,
And
Jeremy.
action. No, we don't have
Jeremy? No?
No? No?
No.
Could you look under the stool, maybe?
Yeah, it's not here.
I think we brought it and left it in the green room.
You gotta get the 45.
Thanks to the punchline for this
33.
ill green room.
That's what that is.
That is what that is.
Sorry, that's all I can bring to this conversation.
What was the tamale you ate? What was this?
It was a chili and cheese tamale from the farmer's market down the road.
How was it?
It was excellent. Amazing. What was the name of the place?
La Primavera.
Yeah.
Springtime.
Oh,
I used
is that
to
what that
think.
means?
I think so.
Oh.
I thought
It's always
tamale.
springtime
With
here.
some
It
of our
feels like
Italian friends in the audience.
I thought Primavera was a
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah, I thought it was like pasta.
It's that too. It's a spring sauce.
So why are they serving tamales at an Italian place?
It wasn't Italian.
That's what I wanted to know.
Oh, but I see where you're going with this.
I used to think tamales were underrated, and then I had one. I used to think they were overrated. I never liked them. They always tasted like wet. Like wet powder, kind of. And then I had one last week, and it was great. But that's the only good tamale I've ever had.
Welcome to tamale time. Everybody have a tamale story?
Tamale
I
time.
got my tamale story all queued up.
What's yours?
I don't.
They're always sweaty.
But did it have bits of corn in it, and it was a little bit sweet?
Fuck yeah.
It was really spicy. That's what I liked.
I think they're
about it.
inherently
They're corn
sweaty.
They're yeah.
Did you say smutty?
They're also smutty, yeah.
They're sculpy.
They are sculpy.
Yeah, they're very sculpy. Yeah, like
Something's being sculpted right now, right in here.
it's.
My ears are
For those of you at
burning.
home, Danny is rubbing his stomach in a very
Yes.
suggestive manner at this point in time.
Well, just being honest, guys.
We were gonna have an adventure yesterday together, but then our flight got canceled.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
guys had your
adventure.
own adventure. You guys
not
had a
fun.
snow day adventure.
Yeah, a little bit of a snow day.
Does
adventure.
anybody here work for the Southwest Airlines?
Show of hands, no?
South
Fuck
Yeah.
Southwest.
Airlines.
Their boarding system is insanity.
It's
It's like
inhuman.
it's at the A, B, or C, and then you go and you have to fight for
It's
seats.
the Hunger Games of boredom.
Yeah.
It really is. That's
It really
exactly
is.
what it is.
You don't get to sit with the people you love or know.
Or like.
And nobody's happy about it. And they literally were like, all right, Group C. C stands for center seats. They said that.
So they're aware.
So you know your system is bullshit.
It's bad. And the last person to board in our group was comedian Steve Agee, who was like with us on the
friend.
flight. And
He's a large
He's
man.
a large man.
Large man.
And I just watched his face fall, being like, I'm just fucked. There's nowhere where he could sit where he wasn't incredibly uncomfortable. I offered him my seat
Yeah.
because I'm a
How
gentleman.
about Oakland?
He didn't take it.
Out of
He
Oakland,
he
yeah.
could sit in Oakland.
And he did. We all did. 'Cause that's where we landed.
They're very proud of the fact that it's the fastest, like, people are settled the fastest, but it's because everyone's fucking fighting for seats. They're like, I have to take this.
I was sweating getting on the air. I was that scared.
It was
freaked
so
out.
tense
Sweating.
and horrible.
With traditional airline boarding, it's out of your hands. They assigned
Nothing I
our
can
seats.
do.
We gotta sit
Yeah.
next to each other. With
Yeah.
this, it's like, oh, you chose me?
Yeah.
You chose me? Why?
I'm going to
Yeah.
make you regret it.
Why are
I'm
you
gonna make
sitting
you
next to
regret
me?
every moment.
Why did you choose me?
Whoever sits next to me on an airplane other than Emily is the worst person I've ever met in my life.
I hate that.
How
I hate
dare
them.
you?
This woman was one seat away from me, and she had a Ziploc bag full of like chopped radishes. I was ready to strangle her halfway through the.
What was she doing with them? Eating them?
And smelling up the joint.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't watch that closely.
And woe be unto anyone who makes small talk with me on a plane. Do not talk to me. I will shut you down.
Yeah,
in a
it's
very
so
weird manner.
awkward because it'll be me, Emily, and then another person. The other person looks at Emily and asks a question, and Emily's just looking straight at her. She does not acknowledge it, and then they look at
So
me.
what's her problem?
Yeah, yeah. They look at me like, and I'm like, I
I'm a
don't know.
pretty nice person, but my plane time is
It's like
I don't want to talk. I just want to
no
sit on the plane,
response.
and I don't want to make. Because once you start, then you just are like, so what do your parents do? And like, why are you asking me what my
Yeah.
parents do? Does any part of you care what my parents do? They're retired.
If you're over,
Yeah.
I'm for the next hour. I'm going to be a conversation fluffer. You know, like
Okay.
in a porn set, they need fluffers to
Yeah.
kind of like keep the stars erect. I'm going to need to fluff this conversation every 5 minutes to the rest of this plane.
So you're
flight.
into it. You do it.
No, I'm saying this is
Oh,
that
he
person.
definitely
Yeah,
does.
that's how they
Well,
feel.
he's
Yeah.
a fluffer.
You do
He
it
is.
on planes?
No. This woman did try to engage me about tennis one time.
Nope.
how did that come up?
Exactly.
You guys
Yeah.
have a pretty good back and forth. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Hey, it's not her fault that she wants to talk.
I really love this guy. That's a score. That's a score.
The Wimbledon. All right. Maybe that one does.
Deuce!
So how did it start?
We're both watching things on the back of the seat TV screens, and I think Wimbledon was on or something like that. And the conversation just flowed.
I hate
and
it.
you wanna throw big gauze pads in the bleeding wound of that conversation to just
Yeah.
stop the flow and
Stench it.
tourniquet the whole leg of that conversation
You
about
gotta get rid of the leg.
tennis and your fucking kid who goes to Brandeis and.
This lady's listening to the podcast
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I remember
That was
man.
me. You
pretended
and
you
then
just
her
lost
face
it.
slowly falls, and she realizes.
What's her full name?
I totally pretended to be interested in what she had to say. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I was really happy to be off the plane.
Yeah.
As soon as the flight was over.
There was one flight that I pretended to cry so that, like, quietly to myself in a way that I was, like, trying to pretend so that the person would stop talking to me next to me. And it worked.
Of course it's going to work. It's either you're crying or you're pretending to cry.
And either way-
one is terrifying.
Yeah, I just was like,
They're like, why is this person pretending to cry?
just did, like, a couple of quick sobs that, like, would just startle a person and then be like, I don't want to know what's
I
happening.
guess too many personal questions. I'll just stop here.
That worked. That's a good tip from me to you.
It's like those tips they give about avoiding rape. You should soil yourself.
That's exactly my plan. I'm going to shit myself. I don't want it to happen at all, but that has been my plan.
Is that
since college.
really one of the tips is shit yourself?
Soil yourself.
I would say no. I learned this from TV in the 80s. Say no, then go and tell someone you trust.
Or
I think
shit
that's if you're a
yourself.
child. I think that's if you're a small child.
Yeah, that was Webster. Webster told me that.
right. I remember that episode.
That was a great PSA, man.
That was a great PSA.
Webster really said to
Say no,
Then
then go, and tell. And this is at the same time when they were drumming into our consciousness. Stop,
drop, and roll. That's what I was gonna say.
What do I do? Do I stop, drop, and roll? Or do I go say no, go, and tell?
Well, I mean, one's a fire, one's a weird man trying to touch you, so those are two different scenarios. So one, you stop, drop, and roll. The other one, you do say no, then go. You can't really say no to fire.
wait.
Always say yes.
Say no to fire.
Say no to fire, kids. Yes.
You learned one thing here today. Say no to fire.
The more you know.
So Webster was doing like anti-rape PSAs?
Well, there was a bicycle. Was it a bicycle guy? Do you remember the episode?
Oh,
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. An
You're
episode.
talking about different strokes
Oh, you're
where
talking
the
about
guy
different
tries
strokes,
to
right.
Yes.
have sex with those children.
Yeah.
And that's a real episode. Right.
And I'm talking about a PSA which
That's
played
right, you're
in
right.
between things, which did not involve the same.
Starring Emmanuel Lewis.
But it was Webster.
Yeah,
saying,
Emmanuel Lewis was telling people, say no, then go and tell. And he was running through these enormous cartoony sets. It was great. It was like a big stop sign. No, that was stop, drop, and roll. Damn you, idiot.
there are so many
There's
clues.
fire following him.
There's someone making
Too many PSAs.
eggs,
Well, they worked.
frying them and
Yeah.
saying, "This is my brain on drugs." Or, I don't know what the hell's
That
going on.
PSA.
As soon as I get into a hotel room, I check for the fire exit. I do. So you PSAs, you're doing the right thing. Keep doing your thing, PSA people.
And which one of us has a burn on stage, though?
Ooh.
Burn. I got
two.
Yeah, I got
No,
the
you
burn
got two.
on the stage.
Wait, I still can't get past this.
Yes.
Webster
Yeah.
did a PSA
Yes.
that taught
I like where you're
people.
If somebody tries to touch you in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable,
Oh, okay.
say
that.
For the listeners,
say no.
Jeremy's being
what do you do?
handsy.
Then he's anticipating my
And then
next
you-
move when he
Mike-
shouldn't be. He's supposed to be role playing the predator.
Mike is demonstrating this on stage.
Say no, then go
Trip.
and tell someone you
rapper.
trust.
Oh,
You
look him in the eye.
You have a trusting face.
She doesn't seem concerned about your plight.
She is
No.
laughing at
She
you.
literally gave you a thumbs up. Like, no, go back in there. Oh, she did that. What is this one
She
called?
thinks she's on a
Okay.
plane right now, and
That
you're
means
sitting
asshole.
next to her.
Anyway, Jeremy's been making me uncomfortable. Now you know I trust you.
Now you've got this burden on you. What are you gonna do? Yeah, she's gonna cry.
You're accessory now.
See?
That makes you an
We're-
accessory.
People are taking this podcast in and getting something out of
They
it.
are getting
Yeah,
It's like, I'm
indigestion.
going to start crying.
Indigestion. I think that's the
Stonewalling this
nachos.
guy.
Nachos look good.
Oh, what happened to you? Oh, I ordered nachos at a podcast. I don't know what I was thinking.
They do look delicious.
You look good.
These nachos.
Yeah.
You know what I like is that they don't have regular round plates. There's a triangle one over there. There's a rectangular one over here. Food tastes better out of non-circular plates.
He speaks the
These
truth.
are facts.
One thing I've learned from LA, it's that food tastes better
Yeah.
in geometric shapes.
Exactly. Like apple, if you cut them up, it tastes better. I don't know why.
That's true.
So if someone else makes your sandwich, that tastes better.
Someone else makes you a sandwich, it tastes better.
Someone should fire the guy at Taco Bell that told everyone to think outside the box.
Yeah, think inside the box.
Sorry, I had to.
Let's think
These
outside the box.
nachos.
Groans up in there.
No. Hey, it's not a podcast without a couple groans.
I agree with you.
Speaking of groans,
Is this a segment on the podcast?
Yeah, it's new. It's brand new. It's
No?
our first audience.
It's called Speaking of Groans. We're going to have a musical sting next time, but this is live. We're kind of doing a bit of
don't have that queued
pants
up.
here. Yeah.
Oh.
What was the least believable thing that you saw in the news this week? Least believable.
That presupposes that we watch the news.
That's a point.
Specific.
Okay.
hold
So
on, we
substitute news for internet.
Okay.
Internet for news.
I'll take that. I have something. Do you
Just
have
flip the
something?
whole
Yeah, no, go
paradigm.
ahead, Emily.
I saw a video, I think it was even a Vine, where this guy walks up to a very, like this, it looks like a black, just like fuzzy thing, and touches it. And the fuzzy thing is entirely made out of daddy long leg spiders. And I'm talking at least 300 of them, because it's like a large thing, and he just watches as they like unfold and like unravel themselves and come at him. And daddy long leg spiders could kill you if their little tiny little pincers could get into your skin, but they're so tiny.
They cannot.
But they're poisonous. That is probably and that's news to me at least.
That sounds
do they
entirely
hang out?
believable. What do you do?
It looked like, if you saw it in a Miyazaki movie, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Like, it looked animated. It did not.
But the daddy long legs would be made of like household buttons and items like
so
that.
cute. And it looked amazing, but it did not look
girl
real.
would defeat them.
In this, and a little girl with the power of imagination,
Would defeat them.
and also ghosts.
Are rat kings real? Is this a real thing?
Only around Christmas. Only during the Nutcracker. Rat kings basically exist from the day after Halloween until like January 5th.
But do you know that? Have you seen the photos of them online? Do you know what the actual rat kings are? This
What,
is
that's when a bunch of
Don't
rats
look at
get
me.
their tails. Have you guys heard of it? When they like get their tails all mixed up, and there's like 30 of them, and then
also
they
feces.
eat each other.
And then also feces gets mixed up in there too. They're basically stuck together by their
It's called a
tails.
rat king.
I thought it was called "Don't Shit Where You Eat" for a reason.
For a reason.
That's
And they do slowly
second
eat each
one.
other, and it's
Second
very
go.
gross.
Yeah, second one.
Are you saying that whoever eats the most rat shit and other rats becomes the king?
They're
It's
all
sort of
kind
like
rat
that
kings.
because it's like they all get jumbled up together and they can't escape. So then the strongest one ends up finally winning.
How many Hunger Games references am I allowed to make? In
You can
in-
keep going.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
two.
it's hot right now.
Okay.
So hot right now.
The other thing, isn't there a ghost ship
That's-
with demon rats on it that's
Not true.
gonna hit
Not
the
true.
UK?
They're just cannibal rats. They're
Not
not
true.
demons.
What do
They
you
have
guys-
feelings.
What do you guys know about this
People
story?
have
'Cause
feelings.
I've only heard about it secondhand, so I don't know much
They have
about
like
this story.
some sort of demon disease that they're bringing to the coast.
I don't
What are you
know.
talking about?
They're just trying to scare the English, I think, because
Yeah.
that's where it's headed.
That's why I'm never going to go on a cruise. Because every story on a cruise is like, oh, so one person got food poisoning and cut to there's shit on the wall.
Never
People have
going
pulled
on a
their
cruise.
eyeballs out.
Never going on a cruise ever. The worst people in the world are conceived on cruises. Apologies to everyone here. And let's just cruises. You know why I don't want to go on a cruise? Because I don't want to get Legionnaire's disease. I'm not a Legionnaire.
Not a
I do not
Legionnaire.
want to get a disease named after a species of soldier that hasn't existed in 2,000 years.
It's also not a news story. They're like, this cruise was successful and lovely. People got great photos.
You don't
Like, that's
hear
not a
about those
story.
cruises.
Yeah, you don't hear. There's a lot of good cruises.
But I feel
happening.
like, on average, every fourth cruise, there's shit running down the walls, and people
There's
are
rats
disappearing.
everywhere.
Rat
70% of
Rat Kings
the crew
coalesce.
and passengers have come down with dysentery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it's
yeah.
Oregon
It
Trail
takes-
up in there.
yeah.
Yes, all Oregon Trail diseases that you get on a cruise.
It
That's why I'm
turns
not
Lord
going on a
of,
Broken
cruise.
axle.
Lord of the Flies like.
You're dead of dysentery.
Can you imagine you're on a boat, everyone has dysentery, there's shit on the walls, and you look around and there's just water everywhere?
I think I'd
it's
throw
so
myself
horrible.
off the side.
Danny has a broken leg. Danny has fever.
Danny
R.I.P.
shot 2 deer.
R.I.P. Danny. Oh yeah, he shot 2 deer and got 1,000 pounds of meat, but he could only carry 100 pounds of meat back.
Why don't we get better systems for carrying their meat?
Yeah,
that never
Oregon
worked out
Trail.
for me.
I've never played that game.
You serious?
Right?
Man,
I know,
you just
we're married.
blew some indoor kid fans' minds.
Right?
Yeah, we didn't have it growing
Here's
up.
what's your excuse?
Do you have a card that I can rip up?
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
You've never played Oregon Trail?
I grew up in Pakistan, that's my excuse.
There we go.
Fucking, that's the card I have. And I'm playing.
And that
Guys are
Pakistan
always
card.
playing the Pakistan.
Yeah, we never had Oregon Trail. I played real video games.
Islamabad Trail?
Yeah, Islamabad Trail. That's right. That's what we did.
Trail.
It's just cars on fire.
Road to Kabul. You made it to Kabul.
Yay!
Congratulations, I guess.
You win?
I'm going to submit requests for aid now.
It's a great game. We played it in third grade in school, and I ate string cheese that some guy would bring to me because my parents wouldn't buy me string cheese. That's my story.
Wait, okay.
That's a pretty
Why
good
would he
deal.
bring you string cheese?
A better way to put it is that we just took the string cheese from him and divided it amongst ourselves.
You stole his string cheese.
I mean, we were friends. It was a friendly, like we would give him stuff in return, but it
Did
was
you
a
eat
trade.
the string cheese in front of him?
Oh, sure.
Or no, like, here, thank you,
What
go
would
away.
you give him in return?
Oh, it would be like we would have cool like Fig Newtons and stuff, and be like, "You get the Fig Newtons," but it wasn't really his decision to trade with us. We were like, "We're taking this and giving you this."
Who's this we? You were like in a gang? Is this the royal we?
Me and like one or two other kids.
Oh, the bullies.
Yeah, that sounds like some bully shit right there. For real.
I was bullied. I was not a bully, but I also was a bully. Sometimes.
Bullies get bullied.
Yeah, I know. That's how it happens.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chris Bender.
Gotta happen somehow. Gotta bully something.
Jeremy, you've been bullied a lot, haven't you?
I'm right now, actually. I feel pretty See? It's quit bull.
He could literally fall off and really hurt himself.
I would
That would
stop
be
the
a
podcast.
horrible time.
If I did that,
It's
I'd probably
okay.
ruin everything.
We can start again. All right, you guys,
You
we're
guys
not
got
doing
some
anything.
time?
Yeah, we don't have another show till like 4, right, Ron?
Totally.
Okay. As I was saying,
Ooh, that's
Everything's
close,
fine.
man.
Everything's fine.
we held.
Bad touches again.
So
Say no.
these guys have a really sweet love. They have a really sweet love.
Yeah, I usually don't
relationship.
Mike,
These
sit
two.
next to Mike. It's a little sort of a weird dynamic. I'm usually on. They're usually
Oh, you guys
switch.
usually sit.
I'm
different?
usually
Yeah,
the
it's not
buffer
good.
because they literally have a love-hate relationship.
No, no,
Get
it's
in
too
here,
late.
get
It's
in
too
here.
late. It's too late.
Okay,
No.
no.
You've
We're
you
changing
made your
chairs for
point.
those who are listening at home.
We made that
format here
I'll
on
get
the
up.
Mike and Danny show.
At this
Fine.
point, we're changing seats.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, let's switch again.
Chords. Yep.
I have a boat. I have a fox.
There's
I have
a-
a sack of corn and a goose.
There's a rat king forming down here.
There really is.
Well done. Hello.
Okay, that's all I got. Thank you very much.
Hey, I thought of this because of Rat King was a bad guy in Ninja Turtles. Did you guys see pictures of the new Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
That's Kumail's favorite news story of the week.
Yeah, you haven't seen them? There's new Ninja Turtle movie.
Yeah,
Do they have nostrils?
They
or
have
no?
nostrils.
What
That's I don't like the nostrils.
it's weird.
It's
I don't
weird.
like the shredder either. I don't like the.
I didn't get to see
I
Shredder.
think
What does
the
Shredder look
Shredder's
like?
okay. It's very busy. It's a lot going on.
There's a lot going
But you've
on.
seen how what he does with Transformers. It's less busy than that. Every Transformer, Michael Bay Transformer, has like they're like made of
million
wicker. Like there's so many
moving parts.
Everything is moving at all the time.
How are they
Their
going to
eyes
work
are
Megan
changing
Fox
colors.
into Teenage Mutant Ninja
She
Turtles?
is in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think she's April
She's
O'Neil.
April. Yeah.
She's
she's
April
April
O'Neil. Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's
After
row
she
number
shat on
4.
his
She's got
movie.
sort of red hair. They dyed it like a little
Yeah.
bit. They didn't make it the real April red, and I don't think there's a yellow jumper.
There's definitely no yellow.
There's no
coat.
yellow
There's no
jumper.
yellow jumper.
Which
What
just that for me, that's game over.
I'm out.
I mean,
Yeah.
has any guy not masturbated to
I
the
would send
animated April O'Neil?
I would send the novelty stripper back home if they did not include the April O'Neil
Do they have
jumpsuit. You know,
There is a porn star named April O'Neil, but she does not look like April O'Neil at all. Like, she doesn't even try.
But does she do porn in? Oh, she doesn't even try.
No.
No,
She doesn't
that's
try.
just her name.
well,
And then she
Christmas is coming. She could always get a jumpsuit or whatever.
It's gonna be very topical once it comes out. When the movie comes out,
Yeah,
she's
her
doing
career
it.
is gonna
Guys, buy now.
Skyrocket.
Skyrocket.
Buy now, sell
Teenage
high.
Mutant fucking Turtles. That's it. So
They
Those
also,
without a
I'm
half
gonna.
shell. They're naked and fucking.
He's been
I don't want to see any turtles having sex, even if they're ninjas or whatever.
TMNT fanfic?
I'm
sure there is.
Because you know
if
Raphael
you don't
Donatello.
think somebody has written 4 turtles and April O'Neil having a great time, then you've never been on the internet. Because I'm sure there's multiple.
Get on that internet. Get on that internet.
For
Here,
the
I've got,
listener,
I've got
beeping.
incognito on my phone. Go for it.
What does that mean?
Could I ask you guys a question? Have you guys ever
I don't know.
seen any
I don't know what it
fanfic
means.
of you two?
Fuck.
Has that ever happened?
Would you like to narrate some live improvised Peep Peek fanfic?
I don't think so.
As I play Danny and Danny plays me.
Whoa, that's...
Are the lights going down or am I just dying?
Pretty sure the lights are going down because someone was listening.
Have you guys ever seen that on the internet? I'm sure that exists.
Okay, we could just do like, someone give me a
you
place.
using
Give me a
improv?
play.
What are you doing right now?
Oh, you want to make it right now?
What the hell's going on?
We're going to crowd
Emily to
generate some
improvise.
fanfic, and you're gonna.
I think this is getting creepy. That's what I think.
Say no.
Why do you
know
wanna-
what? Say no.
Why
then
do you
go.
want to be me?
Emily started it. Yeah.
Did. I just imagine that it does exist, and I haven't searched for it, but I'm sure that exists.
Here, he's got incognito on his phone.
I'm gonna look for it after. Don't worry, but right now.
No, I don't know.
That's
I mean,
good.
there are people that have like written poems and stuff.
Oh, you guys get the romantic. That's so funny. It's
We're
not
not
even
we're not
sexual.
getting like the dirt, like that.
This guy wrote me.
took off his hat,
This guy wrote me a
put it on my head,
He rubbed his
called me
tattoo.
blowhole. Said I wanted to see her petunia.
And somehow Endless Mike was there.
God.
Endless Mike was filming things.
by a Viking.
Yeah. And then Toby Huss shows up as Artie.
Oh, he'd have a really
The
interesting role.
strongest man in the world.
He's into the whole cuckle thing. So
Okay. All right. This is horrible.
I'm sorry I brought this up. But
yeah,
I
so
was
you're good.
curious.
We just took this to a very dark
I'm
place.
sorry.
I'm
Ninja
sorry,
Turtles.
Punchline.
Here's what I don't like
Back
about
to
it.
Ninja Turtles.
They all have nostrils, which I know that we're buying that there are turtles that talk and do ninja. We don't need nostrils.
And don't they have different nostrils from each other?
And they all have different noses.
Maybe that's how you show your personality.
That's right.
They all have how?
Because maybe they're not even going to wear the.
They don't have the
blind
colors
are.
anymore. It's just noses. That's how they identify themselves.
No.
How do you show leadership in a nose? How
Donatello's
do you show
got the
wise guy in
Pinocchio
a
nose, like way out.
How do you show loves pizza in a nose? How
I
do
mean,
you
you
show
can.
nerd in a nose? These are the challenges.
Yeah, it's hard.
This nose is cool but rude. You know?
This nose is a party nose.
That's a fact, Jack.
They all have different noses. Some of them are more human looking, and then they all have like accoutrement to go with their personalities. It's like way too over the top. So like Donatello.
Oh yeah, he has a surfboard, right?
No, Donatello has two glasses because he's a nerd, so he's wearing regular glasses, and then he has another pair of glasses on top of his
Are
head.
they sunglasses on top of his head?
No, they're like sort of like they look
Nerd
like night
goggles.
vision.
Yeah, you
they're
flip
like
'em down.
goggles.
Oh, he's like steampunky a little.
No,
maybe.
it's not
even.
steampunky. It's nerd.
How are they staying up? He
And
doesn't
then-
have ears.
And then Raphael is wearing Ray-Bans.
Oh God, come on.
And he has a trucker wallet, right?
Yeah.
like the chain.
Yeah, he's got a chain wallet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Donatello has
Yeah.
Ed Hardy shirts by
Yeah.
Kristen Aldigier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Michelangelo has a box of Molly that he takes.
He's got one of the Michelangelo. You know it's him because he has an e-cigarette.
Yeah, he's got an e-cigarette.
Michelangelo has
And
an
the
bunch of
screenplay he's been
Molly.
writing. He's always carrying around the screenplay he's been writing, trying to get you to read it.
He's got the most annoying iPad case.
Yeah,
That's
he
how you know
always-
it's Michelangelo.
Can one of them have an eye patch? That'd be Leonardo, maybe.
That would be good. I guess they need nostrils because Michelangelo's doing blow all the time. Maybe. I'm now completely on board.
Yeah, now I'm.
I talked myself.
Once we did the
talked yourself
backstory,
right back into it.
Once
Yeah.
we did the backstory, it
I
all
want
made
one of them
sense.
to have hair in it to be floppy, like Christian Slater 90s era hair.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Turtles don't have hair. Don't be ridiculous.
But then,
But then hair. I'm sorry.
David Schwimmer is his hairstylist. Like he goes to a salon, and David
Yeah.
Schwimmer is like, oh,
you could hope that Splinter has that hair.
Oh, that'd be hot.
Splinter has hair.
Bebop Rocksteady.
Who's the
maybe?
voice of Splinter in this one?
I don't know. I don't know who anybody is, but I know Will Arnett's in it.
Jason Biggs? Is he in that, or is he in the other thing?
Jason Biggs is in the cartoon version of the Ninja Turtles.
Too many new
The
Ninja Turtles.
Every 2 years, I think there's someone somewhere who has power who's like, "Hey, Ninja Turtles, that was great. Let's do that again."
Ghostbusters work good for us. We should do that as a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Although
like
that
the
was a good
Ghostbusters cartoon.
Did you like the real Ghostbusters?
The
or
real Ghostbusters
Or the
cartoon.
Ghostbusters?
Or the
No.
old, the 1930s?
No, there were two different Ghostbusters
Yeah.
cartoons.
No, I like the real. The other one with the
Did we talk
gorilla and
about this?
stuff.
Did we cover this already?
I
No.
don't believe so.
There was an old TV show called Ghostbusters, and then there was a movie But then
Called Ghostbusters.
Called Ghostbusters that had like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. You guys should go see it. It's really good.
If you've heard of Harold Ramis, he's very funny.
Harold Ramis is so funny in
he's
it,
funny.
and it's set in New York. And I don't want to do any spoilers, but there's a giant
Stuff goes
Stay
down.
Puft
In the 80s.
Marshmallow
In the
Man.
80s, I think
Yeah.
that's enough.
There's a big Marshmallow Man.
It's a weird ghost
27-year-old spoiler.
blowjob. Ghost blowjob scene.
Oh,
It's great.
and they're not gods, by the way. That's another spoiler.
Turns out they are not gods.
They are
Spoiler
not
alert.
gods. And then the guy who's singing the song ain't afraid of no ghosts. So these are the spoilers to Ghostbusters.
Cartoon. Go back to the cartoon.
There's like a ghost blowjob scene in that, right?
I just mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, didn't you audition with that scene?
Were you the ghost or were you?
Well, yeah. What was I? Was I the blowjob?
the blowjob.
That was the action of the
You were
blowjob.
Slimer, weren't you?
You guys.
Third ground.
That's 4.
No, that wasn't a groan. That was a sympathetic. Oh,
Yeah. We
Yeah.
thought you were an asshole.
yeah.
I trust you. Okay, these people are really pushing me now.
Man,
Really leaning on
no, it
you.
wasn't Slimer. Okay, just for the record.
I was Dan Aykroyd.
The real Ghostbusters was then the cartoon, and then the other Ghostbusters made another cartoon that had like there's like a robot and a gorilla or something, right? It's weird. The other Ghostbusters
It sounds like a PS3 game.
had like a weird group of people.
Wasn't that gritty or something? It was a really gritty version, right?
Gritty.
like-
Is a really gritty version.
You're thinking of RoboCop 2. You're thinking of Detroit, like
Blade Runner.
dystopian Detroit.
Maybe Blade
that's
Runner.
what you're thinking. No, I'm right there
You're
with
pretty
you.
sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm there. Yeah. Decker.
So I think we are all now on board for the Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters 3, right?
Yeah.
Also, I imagine whenever I go to a coffee shop in LA, there's always people writing on laptops, and in my head, they're all working on Ghostbusters 3.
No, they're just doing crowdsourcing it. You write a scene and then you write a scene and
Somebody's
then you
gonna
write a
fucking
scene.
crack it, right?
Yeah, somebody's gonna crack it.
It's that Joseph Gordon-Levitt dude. He has that new show where he just gets other people to collaborate on different projects and like sketches or like.
You mean hit record or
that's
hit
what it's
record?
called. Hit record.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was like, why are you naming your thing a thing that we can say so many different ways?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
hit record. Nope.
Wait,
it's not
what's
hit
that
record.
show?
He's got a TV show.
How to record.
How to record.
Joey.
Yeah.
What's the premise
So
of it?
someone takes an idea and then they put it on the website, and then they have people that want to collaborate and like, add to it. So it's like one done by a bunch of people.
So it'll be like the first line of a novel, like, it was dark. But I could...
My hands
And
were
then
on fire.
Yeah.
And then you pass it on.
All right, so let's do it. You start.
Okay.
It was a foggy day in San Francisco on the Embarcadero where I met a.
Eastern European.
I wanted to stop. I just wanted to go.
Complete sentence.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, yeah. An Eastern European woman who shoved her stroller in front of my face and stole my seat.
A seagull shat on my head, and I walked over to get a cool-down burger from Namu.
That's when the police showed up and they said, "Everybody get down. There's a hostage crisis and it's happening right now."
And I said, fuck the police.
In bed.
Great story. So this is what his TV show is?
Yeah, pretty much. I know.
It's just this bullshit?
Pretty much. Except there's also someone to be like, you say in bed, and then I start singing a song about having
In
sex.
bed.
I'm in bed having sex with the cop that trying to arrest me.
Okay.
That's one way to get out of it.
That's a great show. Why did you want to do that? Doesn't he already have everything?
Literally everything.
He was kind of Robin in the newest
He's
Batman
handsome.
movie.
I was only saying it to bring it up to bring the Ghostbusters 3 and everybody writing it in a different scene. I wasn't trying to
no,
promote
no.
the show
No.
or anything.
Yeah.
He's trying to imply that collaborative efforts are ultimately futile. I
Doomed to
believe
fail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what
Do
you're
your
going
own shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we
for
go.
that.
Yeah,
even get
yeah.
everyone to
What
clap
that guy
together.
said.
I mean, look at the state. They never went anywhere. You know what I mean? And then once they split up, they really took off.
That's true.
They're playing everywhere around us today in San Francisco.
They're all over
We're
the place.
surrounded by those freaking guys.
Those guys are everywhere.
They were everywhere when we were doing Pete and Pete too, because we shared an office at 1515 Broadway was Pete and Pete on one side and the State on the other
This
side.
makes me want to die. That is the best thing that I've ever heard in my life.
I think our side of the office was cleaner too.
Much cleaner.
Yeah.
Well, you were younger and less of you. They were, I mean...
Not like I really had an office there. I would just, that's where the production...
I had a standing desk.
You did?
I was an early adopter. I had a
was
standing
nice.
desk that faced Columbus Circle.
You had
Really?
you had to be 12 at Nickelodeon to get the desk. I was only 11.
I also got an Apple box that came with that desk. It was
To stand
Yeah,
up.
it was somebody else's desk. I had to grow into it.
You guys really shared an office, like an office space with them?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh,
You don't know? How come I know this and you don't?
Certain things have been burned into your memory.
Yeah, because I was super into the State.
Were you?
Oh man, I love the
too.
State. I used to stay up late and watch it all the time.
Do you have you seen the shows here that they've been doing?
I haven't seen any of the one I wanted to see is happening right now. Thank you guys for not being there.
What is
You guys
the one?
had choices to make and you made them.
Michael Showalter and Michael Ian Black doing their.
Oh,
Oh,
David
they're
Wayne is doing
podcasting.
something right
And
now.
Wayne Days.
Oh,
Yeah,
Topic.
yeah,
and Wayne, yeah, topics.
They're
doing topics.
I went on tour. My parents sent me on tour with NASCAR when I was as a punishment. When I
It's a
was
punishment to go on tour with NASCAR.
Slow down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Let's
Start from the beginning.
Emily,
Yes.
you crashed. You took my car without asking, and you crashed it. I'm signing you into indentured servitude to NASCAR for 6 months.
I was basically just I was a shitty rebellious kid, and my parents wanted me out of the house. I was like 15, and so my uncle was the chaplain of NASCAR at the time, so he was the one who did all the.
Christian, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I hope like there would be anything else at NASCAR, and he would do church services ahead of time, and he was there if things went wrong. And so I was sentenced to go with him and travel with him and his daughter, who was my age, for like 5 weeks one summer.
They lived in the center of the track.
We had to our
They
Winnebago
really did.
was just in the center of the track. Anyway, my point
She's
is,
met everybody.
I met all the race car drivers back
Jeff
then.
Gordon.
I don't. Yeah,
Jeff Gordon Jr.
Dale Earnhardt.
Sir.
I did
Jeff
meet Dale
Gordon
Earnhardt.
Jr.
Rusty McFace.
Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, Rusty Bicycle. Rusty Bicycle's
Rusty
a very, very, very
Bicycle.
popular
He was good.
driver.
He won all the things.
Yep, he
So
was there.
your grandpa was a chaplain. Your uncle was a chaplain.
But the point was, I took audio tapes because I was going to be gone for so long. So I taped a lot of my CDs, and then I also taped episodes of The State that I held the
Just
boombox
audio
to
tape
bring
them
with me.
off the
yeah,
TV.
100%.
Who else did you meet? You know a lot of these names. Of
I
these
did
guys.
meet Dale Earnhardt, who looks like a Muppet. He's dead now. His son is a thing now, but at
Dale
that
Earnhardt
point,
Jr.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah. Heck something. I don't know if anyone says heck yeah.
Heck whatever.
Heck whatever. Heck me.
We're gonna crowdsource this heck thing. So your uncle had to be there in case somebody died, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. How do you give last rites or anoint with oil a charred corpse? That's like race car temperature. That's what I want to know.
There goes our NASCAR
I mean,
demo.
I understand that you probably got to get this done quick if he's there on the racetrack.
No, he had to he actually could speak as fast as the Micro Machines guy. So that's why he was the NASCAR chaplain, because they were like, you have 5 seconds.
You
Go.
Get him over
No, you
there.
have to get this done before the cars come around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He was reading last rites on the blacktop.
Yeah, I never asked him any of these questions, and nothing. There was like one minor wreck, and he had to like run out when that minor wreck happened, just in case.
Are you a doctor? No.
No.
I'm the chaplain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
All right, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Are you on fire? No. Okay.
But we were so bored that we would watch the race on the TV in the Winnebago, and then watch the cars go by the window outside. Like you could see them going by.
But you're watching it on TV.
That was
while
an early picture-in-picture, is basically what you said.
Yeah.
I was a very I was like a goth kid too, so just seeing that kid in the middle of a race car track is the funniest. I'm sure people thought I was a ghost.
I'm just thinking Winona Ryder from Beetlejuice in the middle of Ricky Bobby is what I'm
That's
envisioning.
exactly the look. People called my combat boots clodhoppers. I got a lot of that. Why don't you just wipe off some of that makeup? I got a lot of that. It was bad.
What is clodhoppers?
I don't know what that means, but they were like, "Look at them clodhoppers." And I was like,
Those big Doc Martin boots.
A clod is like a chunk of dirt.
And then what is
Oh.
a hopper?
You just hop
Just big
over
boots,
it.
I think is what it means.
Yeah.
Mike is now hopping.
For the listener.
And they said, why don't you wipe off some of
I
that
had I wore a lot of like eyeliner and
White makeup.
lipstick and yeah.
to look pale.
Were you listening to Marilyn Manson?
This was pre-Marilyn Manson.
She's met Marilyn
but
Manson.
I did.
Before he was famous, and he said, "Hi, I'm Brian."
He did.
A boy named Brian.
How many times have you had to tell this story?
Well, that
You know it a lot?
that was when I was. He opened for Nine Inch Nails, and he was just walking around after they did their set, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Brian." And I was like, "Oh, hello, Brian."
I'm thinking about reinventing
Pleasure to make
my
your
whole
acquaintance,
persona
Brian.
with the. I'm going to pattern it after this band that I'm playing
That I'm
with.
in. I'm gonna start being this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun time.
He seemed nice, right?
I mean, at that time, I'm sure. I think he was throwing lunch meat at girls backstage once he. That's a deep cut. You have to have read his biography.
With
which I didn't.
respect, a lot of people were throwing lunch meat at girls backstage at that time.
Like you? Were you guys doing that?
Dan was at the craft service table throwing. No, he would not waste.
I wouldn't
shit.
waste that food.
No, he would not waste that
It went
food.
right in here.
Yeah.
I'll go back to touching my belly again.
It's still there.
It's not even like a sexual term. It just he literally threw lunch meat at girls that he would bring backstage.
Instead of having sex with them.
Oh, he would do that too.
Oh. What?
I wonder if he did it while he was having sex, throwing lunch.
Yeah, you don't have to throw that far then.
Can I ask?
No, that's not
Just
really
right here.
Yeah. You're making
Bullseye.
a slapping motion.
I guess he was just dropping it on
dropping.
there.
That's not.
Frisbee. I think it was like a frisbee.
So
That
you're
seems
saying like
a-
bologna slices,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah,
it's
that's
wrestling
basically-
around.
Yeah, or
Bologna
salami.
Provolone.
Some provolone.
Is that before or after the sex? I would hold that. I would until after the sex.
So-
What if it sets the mood?
That's my. I think that's my issue. I don't want to have like bologna meat sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
No George Costanza
What if
for
you're
you.
on tour in an Italian part of town?
Or in
Throw
Italy.
deli meat. You can throw deli meat.
Okay.
Yes,
all
no
right.
presal.
Can I ask you guys a Pete and Pete question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was the weirdest musician slash celebrity that you guys had guest star on the show? Like, who was the weirdest?
The weirdest.
Yeah. Who behaved the oddest? Because you had so many.
Yeah.
Well, Iggy Pop didn't really behave that weird. He was very.
I imagine
put
he was pretty
together
normal.
and super normal.
Yeah.
So was David Johansen.
Why don't you ask us who wasn't weird?
No,
That'll be
this is
easier.
That's
actually.
interesting.
I like this question
Yeah, I'm
because
trying to
people
figure out
usually are like,
That's like-
who's the coolest person you met on the show?
I don't give a
Answered that
shit
question
about
1
that.
million times.
Yeah.
Come on.
See,
Like-
BB Newirth was kind of weird.
Okay, all right, I like this.
BB Newirth.
Rockstar
So-
BB Newirth.
She's in there.
Look, yeah, I know.
Go
I
ahead.
Or I'm switching from rocker to.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Wait, go
this
with
is all I
BB.
got. This is all I got.
Who
Yeah.
else was weird?
Was it-
No.
So BB Newirth was like sort of a prima donna on the set.
You were just jealous she didn't love me.
No, I had nothing. I had
She did
I
love
had
you.
Yeah.
I had very minimal interaction with her.
She was
But
such a babe.
She was like nasty to a lot of the crew.
Oh.
And so they were all like kind of walking on eggshells. And it was at the time when
She was on Cheers.
they had like little page nets where you'd have to call the 800 number to get an operator to send a message to a beeper that had a little screen on it.
Oh, wow. Okay, all
So
right.
it was like super high tech, all these PAs that were driving and stuff. And this
We
woman
drove
who
the
drove
PAs.
this woman who drove BB Newirth,
Had a pager.
she had a pager and she was getting a lot of shit from BB, I don't know, in the car or whatever. And I just overheard her talking about it and her dreading it. So I thought it would be funny.
Send her a page.
I thought it would be funny to send her a page like after she was out doing something else, being like, "Get back to set. BB Newirth is pissed. Like she thinks you stole something from her."
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was mean. It was really really mean. So she comes in. She like runs back into the office.
Oh no.
And she's like shaking.
Who
like-
was this?
I can't even remember who it was.
Come on, who was it?
I honestly don't remember
Who
who
was
it
it?
was.
was
Maybe
me.
it was Julie Halpern. I'm not sure.
Julie, we're sorry.
I didn't mean it.
Julie is a successful young adult author, so it's okay.
Nice.
Yeah. And I can't verify if it's her, but anyway.
Was
I just threw a name out there
then-
to shut you
No,
up.
she wasn't. No, she wasn't a PA. She wasn't
No,
driving people.
no.
Was it LL Cool J weird?
Wait, no. Finish the
So,
BB
yeah,
story.
yeah,
I
Did
wanna
she
hear-
get fired?
No, she didn't get fired, but she came in and she was shaking and she was like, "Where's BB Newirth? Where's BB?" And I was sitting in the corner and I'm just laughing,
Aw.
just like really like,
Oh.
12 years old. I think this is the greatest thing ever. I just pulled like the most
He's got
epic
his
prank.
clodhoppers
Like-
crossed in front of him.
Like that's it. And I was like, BB's really mad at you. And she looked at me and she I've never seen someone with such like daggers in their eyes for me in my entire life, other than my parents when I did something stupid.
when they tripped and fell on those daggers and they went into their eye.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
Yeah, so she didn't get fired, but but I knew that.
But
Yeah,
I just knew that BB North was nasty, and that was her.
That's
That was
crazy.
weird for her. That was weird for me.
That's
because
weird.
most people weren't
Super nice.
Weird.
Yeah.
They were all.
no,
very
everybody was
super
cool
nice.
except Michael Stipe.
Oh yeah, you have a weird Michael Stipe
I
story.
want to hear everything about this.
He just started undressing in front of me and my mom.
Are you being real?
I'm not you doing my lying
He
wink,
was only
which
in
is
one episode, though, right?
yeah.
So in one episode's time, he had the time to undress in front of you and your mother.
You recall the Winnebago of your NASCAR youth?
Yeah.
This same Winnebago went up to Jersey after you were done with it, and we had it on the Jersey Shore. Actually, we shot that scene with Stipe at Seabright Beach, which is a place that got completely rocked by Sandy.
Yes, and he sold the Tasty Freeze. He was like the ice cream man who came along after Mr. Tasty.
Yes.
And he had a very weird delivery. That was the other part that was fun about him.
Well, let him finish the
I know.
story
I'm
where
just
he
trying
gets
to catch people
naked.
up. Catch
That's
people
it.
up.
We were inside. My mother and I were inside the Winnebago because I think it was hot out, and I'm not sure how many Winnebagos there were. And Stipe was also in the Winnebago, and he just starts undressing.
Or was he talking to
And,
you?
yeah, no, I think my mother and I were like hanging out on this end, and he was over on this end.
They're not that big, though.
Yeah, and there's like a skinny part in the middle because the bathroom juts out from one end.
Sure,
so there's
yeah.
always like a part that you squeeze
Right.
by. So
Right.
my mother and I were probably like near there on the bench, and Stipe is over here, and he starts undressing. My mother's like, "Oh."
She liked what she saw.
Not in a Victorian.
Ooh, my,
She
for
got
the
the-
vapors.
she's more like she's protecting me, and he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not modest," and keeps
I'm not modest.
keeps undressing. Yeah, like my mother was worried about his modesty and not my development.
Yeah.
Did you look at his penis?
No,
Did it come out, though?
no.
Okay, so he was in undies.
He probably never got that far.
Not even that far.
To be honest, I've
That's pretty
blocked
good,
it
though.
all out with the help of surgery.
With the help of surgery.
Surgery?
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Minimally
Homer.
invasive
They
surgery.
go into
though.
your nose.
Now, who was the coolest person? Stipe, huh?
Yeah.
That's a fun Stipe story.
Sorry.
No,
I hate to tear down everybody's ivory towers of REM.
BB, Stipe.
Yeah.
Is nothing
See,
sacred.
Patty Hearst
all
was
your
on the
90,
show.
all your 90s touchstones.
What was Patty Hearst on the show?
Patty Hearst was she was
A guest star. She was a guest star on the show.
so no. I sold
I'll hit you in your
my.
face.
It's the episode where I sold my parents' house. They went away for the weekend, and I sold the house.
Oh
and
my
the new
God, that was
family
Patty
came
Hearst?
in. The mom was Patty Hearst.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
amazing. I don't think I ever knew that.
That's a really funny
and then
story.
she didn't want to leave the. She didn't want to leave the set. She
was
stayed there
wearing-
for like 5 years.
She was wearing the same. When they sold the house, she was still in it. She was wearing the same wig that
She
they put on
loved it.
Debbie Harry like 5 years earlier.
That's right. Debbie Harry wore the same.
That's some good intel right there. That's an Easter egg and a half. Debbie Harry and Patty Hearst wearing the same wig 5 years apart.
I can only assume because they both went to the same doctor right afterwards.
Bed bugs. in it?
Lice, yeah, lice.
Okay, lice.
Oh no, wig bugs.
Wig
I think
bugs.
is what they're called.
Hair bugs. Wow, that's some good stuff.
Earwigs.
That happened on the set of P&P too. There was a little lice.
Oh, there's so many kids.
Who
There's
got
so
lice?
many kids.
Who got lice?
You didn't get lice?
I guess I didn't.
No, I fucking got lice. That's
For the listener, Mike just scratched his head.
I love that you got lice and somehow you didn't get lice.
well, he wasn't wearing the hat.
was
I don't know
older.
what happened.
I never
They had to get a whole bunch of new
Yeah,
hats
no.
and everything.
Yeah, you were hanging out with little kids,
Yeah, it was.
and
yeah.
you're taller, so the lice couldn't jump
right.
up.
It couldn't jump high.
I'm not sure if Rhiannon recognized me last night or not. She asked me if I was the schlepper. She thinks I'm your roadie.
Well, you know, that's what you get for coming to our sketch comedy show.
What, with a haircut? And paying to get in? You bastard.
Did you really pay to get in?
I paid to get in,
Why?
and this guy has not given me a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ!
God.
Every
That is
episode, every fucking episode, this comes up.
This doesn't,
Well, you know how
doesn't
to
make it any
you
better.
know how to fix that.
Yeah, go
Give
get
him
one.
a copy.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Feed the monkey.
Feed the monkey.
he's got $60 in his pocket. He can go get it himself. I worked hard
You
for
have
my.
X-ray vision?
I worked hard for that one video game that they gave me.
That he passes around like a doobie.
You do? Do you give it out to people?
Yeah, if they want to play it.
He wants
Okay,
to
I'm not
play
getting
it.
any back end on it.
Good point. Good point.
Now, do you think that you would have to, for a video game, sling on the ping pong ball suit?
What do you mean?
For like mocap.
Motion capture.
I'd love to do it.
Would you, Emily?
Oh yeah, I would totally do it.
If
I
it's
wouldn't.
like an action, you're like a girl with guns type of thing.
Oh, I want all the guns.
Were you into Tomb Raider?
A little bit. More recently
When
than
it
the old
start-
ones. Not so much the old
Did
ones.
you just see that like side by side comparison of the evolution of Tomb Raider?
No, but I would love to see
It's
that.
been like Tomb Raider's come out with like 10 or 15 games, and every single time Lara has been slightly sculpted, and there was like
So she's gotten bustier over the years, or less?
everything has changed.
Everything
All
has
dimensions have changed.
She's like Oprah, it goes up and down. It's bigger, smaller.
Yeah, I've always thought Tomb Raider and Oprah were so like.
Let's play free association.
It's true.
Yeah.
Did you know that she did the motion capture for?
Now that's a Mattel. Is that Oprah? Lara Croft? I mean, not the voice, obviously, but the body, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that would be super fun to do. I would want to have guns. I would make gun noises. Pew, pew.
You wouldn't even have to make gun noises. That's,
Oh,
that's
good
the
point.
coolest part.
Pew, pew. Yeah.
They make the noises for you.
They do.
I would
And you
like,
get to hold weird, like, prop guns that also have the balls on them, too. So
the guns
everything
have
you
balls?
have has got the balls, so you're just like, hey, this has
in
got
this
balls.
hyper masculine video game society, even the guns have balls.
The bullets have balls.
Yeah, the bullets have balls. And each individual bullet has a pair of truck nuts.
your
This is turning
balls
into a
have
George.
balls.
This is turning into a George Carlin bit.
And your balls have ovaries.
And all the missiles and all the guns and all the bullets are shaped like dicks. I don't know why it works that way, but it just does.
Definitely does.
I would wear the balls. I would.
But not the pants.
I don't wear the pants in that situation. I think I would play like a centaur or something like that.
Oh, okay.
You'd still have to wear the pants.
In a
You still have to
video-
No,
wear
you don't have
this-
to wear the pants.
Yeah, and then you'd have to have a prosthetic with balls on it too if you want to be a centaur.
Centaurs
Because
wear...
Yeah,
I'm not
that's how
making
it
my,
works.
my knees go backwards in the motion capture. You're gonna have to do that yourself, okay? I'm not
No,
you're
you just walk backwards.
You're
It's
thinking of
very easy.
Mike Morona, video game
Gosh,
centaur.
you don't know anything.
Wait,
You don't know thing one about being a centaur.
centaurs are horses. You're thinking of like whatever Pan is.
No, that's a half man. Pan is a satyr.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, Satyr. Okay, that's yeah.
Oh, Slater.
But centaurs do. They wear...
Somebody fell asleep in class.
I think they wear pants on their front legs, and then their back legs are horse.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
How many self-portraits of Alex Rodriguez as a centaur have you seen?
Can you just say that again? I don't understand.
How many portraits? I said self-portraits, but it's not. I'm sure he didn't pay.
I like the idea of him drawing himself as a centaur.
He's really talented.
That would be the best thing.
How
in
many
the world
portraits
if
of
that was
Alex
him.
Rodriguez as a centaur have you not seen? Because one exists.
I have not seen
and it's
any.
on his bedroom wall. I'm told
So how many have I not seen is probably...
the one,
Okay, yeah, the
He's-
one.
or every one of them in the world. Anyway, the point is, centaurs don't wear pants.
When was the last time you were in A-Rod's bedroom? That you saw this?
I have been in
3 days
A-Rod's house.
What?
I have.
Stop it.
In Miami or
In Miami.
in New York.
What are you talking
Miami.
about?
Why'd you
Do you
get
have a life I'm not aware
say it
of?
like
Yeah,
that?
what's up?
Yeah, I hang out with A-Rod. I bring him steroids. No,
You're a doctor from Pakistan.
yeah, I'm the guy. Technically, I'm not American. So I can do whatever.
Scrutiny. That's you're getting scrutiny.
No, I was in Miami and we shot something at his house, and he.
Did you shoot steroids?
Yeah, and it's a crazy looking house.
Come on. Well,
Really?
You go ahead.
Shot steroids?
No, there were steroids in the bathroom. Admit
Oh
it.
man, I should have
Admit it.
looked in the bathroom.
Oh,
You
you didn't
open
look.
those cabinets if you're in there.
Well, he wasn't there when I was there, but they said he was there once when they were shooting, and he didn't say anything to anybody.
If you had people in your house shooting a thing, and you had a house big enough that you could avoid the fuck out of them, is what I would do.
I guess it's a big house.
Yeah.
You know. He's doing okay.
It's a big house. Sorry. It's a B. D Wong.
Nice
So
callback.
great. I followed him on Twitter, but I had to unfollow him because BD Wong
Too much?
tweets too much.
TTM.
Yep.
Got TTM
He got that
disease.
TTM disease.
He's got that BD Wong disease.
I don't think this is anything, but I'm going to say it. BD Neworth. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, bring it all together.
I was just going to say
No,
it.
that was something. You
Yeah.
said it.
I don't think this is anything.
Yeah.
But I am going to
So
say.
lower your expectations.
Sorry, Robert.
Wait, it feels like we're leaning against.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
Buildings.
We're not leaning again. We can't
We were
lean
told
against
not to.
any of Don't touch it. Don't
I
touch
did
it.
touch it. I apologize. They told
were
us not
told
to touch
Big
it.
sign in the back.
That was a jinx. Sorry, guys.
Is there
Podcast is ruined now.
I think we should just sacrifice some nacho. Oh, they're gone. What did that happen?
See?
he did the stomach
See, that's it.
gesture.
You-
Bam!
That's my Nightcrawler. That's my Nightcrawler sounds.
So we have a friend in the audience who has a really great book out called Funny Business, and we thought it might be cool.
For the listener, Danny is going to make fun of him now.
He's in the back. He's back there. Seth Olenek over there. He's right here. Right there. Yeah.
I don't know why he's
Yes,
there
there you go.
with nobody else at the table, but I would assume he has.
He's very lonely. He sits by himself a lot.
This is an amazing book.
This is an amazing book.
I think
right?
there's pictures of some people that you know in this book,
There's
but we're doing a
pictures.
lot of visual stuff, which is not helpful for people.
Yeah,
from the
this is
podcast.
not helpful.
Let's
It's
not
like-
say the name of the book.
Funny Business.
Ah, we weren't gonna say
I'm not
it.
gonna say it.
All right.
But we were thinking maybe
Good segment, guys.
somebody wants to win this book with some Pete and Pete trivia.
Ooh. Can I play? I'm the expert. You have no idea how much of an expert I am. But no, I'm not
We
going
have to play radio rules. You work for the station.
It's true. Nepotism.
You just can't claim a prize within 30 days after this prize.
Also, I own the book, and it is amazing. I have a copy of it.
Oh, did you pay for it?
Uh-huh. My husband's in it. I don't have to pay for it. Right? Is that the rule?
I helped him schlep books up into his apartment, so I got a free book too.
Nicely done.
It's pretty sweet.
1,500 copies went through Danny's hand.
1,500 copies. So if you own a
1,500
copy
copies of this went through my hands.
Yeah, so don't get rid of that
Funny Business,
plastic
most
wrap.
likely it has
And I
been touched
didn't
by
wash
Danny
my
Sandberg.
hands before I moved the book.
So the plastic wrap is definitely going to have to
that.
get swabbed by the TSA. Is
Yeah,
what he's saying.
there's some dick on there. I don't know why I did that.
I think that's a good catchphrase for you.
There's some dick.
There's some dick
There's
on
some dick
there.
on there. And I can tell you that I put some dick on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a bird on it.
It's like, yeah.
It's like that. But you can't really do cute t-shirts with that.
Put a dick on it.
Put a dick on it.
All right, did you guys figure
Well,
out?
that's not
Are
here.
you guys okay?
Yeah, I think we
I don't have
figured
any
it out.
trivia. Like, I'm pretty
Trivia.
good at the trivia, but I also can't win, so I'm kind of not
No, you
invested.
can't
in
win.
the
What's
contest.
Anyone want to try? Anything? Who's got?
How do we do it?
Yeah, do you ask questions? Or
Well,
do
let's
you...
see. I don't know.
We'll decide at the end whether you win or not. You got to play your cards right.
Question one. Who was at the other end of the phone on the call? That episode where the phone continuously rang.
Okay,
we
you
got
with
one.
the hand.
We got two.
Rang. We got two people up.
You were
I think
first.
this guy raised his hand
It
first.
was the guy who worked for the phone company, and he had been calling this phone to get a specific person. I think maybe a math teacher.
Judges, can we accept that?
To tell
Almost.
We were looking for a
almost.
name.
You're very.
We were looking for a name.
Well, yeah, to tell her that he loved
Well,
her. Yeah.
right. But who did he tell? Who did he want to tell that he loved her? The mom.
Oh, do you know the name of the guy?
So wait.
What?
No.
I don't know that.
No.
don't think
You
that I
don't
know
need the name.
guy.
So what happened is you guys are gonna have to split this
I don't
book
want
in
to get the
half.
book away right away. Okay, come
Right?
on. Jesus Christ.
No, do
Jeez.
another one
Yeah.
because this one.
This one it was yeah. All right. So we'll start again. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this. Okay,
I like
so
this.
bear with me. I'm sorry.
can I
I'm
ask-
sweating up here.
Can I ask one?
Yeah.
Who?
Who decided to name the brothers the same thing?
Is that the real one?
Oh, you're.
No, it's your question now, man.
Who got naked in front of Mike and his mother in a trailer
No.
and said, "Don't worry, I'm not bashful,
Not
modest."
Steve Buscemi.
I'm not modest.
No, not Steve Buscemi.
He was
Okay.
also on the show.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Not
Boosh.
nude.
Okay, here's
Not
one.
at all new.
Who was
You
a
didn't even give. Oh.
no? Because we know the answer to that one already.
Who? Say
I'm not
it.
playing your games. I don't play your stupid fucking games. Jeez.
Jeez.
So, redhead, rocker, blind. A redhead rocker who is blind, who is on the show, and like blue tornado bars. You got
Kate
it.
Pearson?
Kate Pearson, B-52s.
Very
I was
good.
gonna say Jake Giles.
Does that mean we have a winner?
I think we have a winner now.
Oh, my goodness
Let's do
gracious.
it.
Oh, no, he sits really close to the stage
we'll-
for that.
Pretty convenient.
We'll get you a consolation prize.
Yeah, you get to sit with Seth. Look, he's all by himself. Go friggin' pick his brain a little bit. What's it like taking pictures of people?
What? His answer was what?
These are the kinds of thrilling conversations you can have with them.
What was the least cool person you took?
Danny and Mike.
Oh. We only made it in the ebook.
You'll be there.
Yeah, don't worry, that ebook smells like paper. And it's crinkly. Cha-ching, Nikki. Cha-ching.
Really was a great idea.
Are there any $1 trillion ideas out there right now
Oh, that's always a good idea.
that's been, sort of fermenting
Give us-
inside your head? that
My
you
mom came up with the idea for Borders, the bookstore Borders.
The store?
Not really.
No.
She didn't do anything with it.
liquidating.
But like years ago,
the bookstore
she
Borders.
was like, there should be a bookstore that also has like a coffee shop, and also you should be able to get music there, and it should be just like a place you can hang out.
Like a place that has no borders.
Yeah, she literally was like, we could call it like, it would be like Spaces. Like she literally was like so close to it, and then a few years later we were like, oh shit. So that idea went away.
Oh, we didn't sweep the living room for bugs.
Yeah, turns out, some book magnate was spying on us the whole time. I don't know who that would be.
I have an idea.
What's yours?
I've said this to you before. My idea is, you know how birthday cakes have candles, and then you're like, oh, the wax will get on the cake. Birthday candles made of caramel. It just melts onto the cake.
$1 billion idea.
That is a great
Do you
idea.
eat the wick, though? What happens with
Okay.
the wick?
We still have to
It's an
pull out
idea.
the
It's
wick.
not a
Seriously.
freaking finished product.
Well, the wick is made of licorice. What do you want?
That's actually pretty good. All right. See? That's all I wanted. That's all I needed.
All right, Jeremy, you have not been producing. Let's go. $1 million.
Yeah,
$1 million idea.
eraser pants.
Eraser
Pants made of erasers in case you need to fix some mistakes. in your
Chalkboard
grammar.
or rubber?
Do you take
No.
them off to use them?
No, you just
No, you
like.
do like that.
Dude.
Is it chalkboard eraser? Like you could go to the
I think you could do
chalkboard
both. You could do regular
You know
erasers
what?
on the
For
front.
the, for the listener, Mike just shook his
dry
ass at
erase on the
audience,
sides,
and
and
me
the
now.
chalkboard on
That's
the
great.
front.
So
Eraser
maybe
pants.
the front side is eraser, like pencil eraser. Back
Yep.
side is chalkboard eraser.
and then dry erase.
Yeah, what about the dry erase? That's on the side.
I was doing it anyway.
Okay, you guys like this idea way more than my birthday candle.
Yeah.
You,
You're right.
you had me at the licorice.
You had me.
I
at
got 2
licorice
calls
wicks.
already. I don't.
all pants are chalkboard erasers.
Oh, he has
And
a good
napkins,
point.
too.
He has a very good point.
All pants are chalkboard erasers.
Yeah.
Not leather pants.
Which that's true.
Yeah, so his idea is pants not made of leather. I think we're already there.
You're off
did
base.
already
Then.
invent
You
that.
are off base because that's sort of my thing. Is leather pants.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not wearing
not
Judging
pants,
by those
right?
corduroys you've had since 1993.
Hey.
I was wearing leather pants at a Waffle House once, and I poured coffee on myself, and I was like, I could feel the heat of it, but not the wetness because it's water. Actually, they were like vinyl. I'm sorry, they were vinyl pants, and I just was remarking. I was on drugs. I was how interesting it was, and I could feel how the hot coffee, but not the. I think I ended up writing a poem about it. I'm not kidding.
Come on, it's time to get back to Talladega. Let's go. Come on, we got 2 more races there. Come on. Look alive.
You actually wrote? What did you
I
write
feel like
about
I
it?
probably did. Oh no, are you going to make fun of how I say poem?
She
Poem?
says poem fun, doesn't she? Poem.
Poem.
How do you guys say it?
Poem.
Poem.
No, yeah, but you say it the way you say it. Poem.
Wait, where are you from again?
North Carolina.
It's not a North Carolina thing. It's an Emily Gordon thing.
Oh.
It's just a poem.
Poem. I don't know where it's. I don't think it's that. Now I'm super
It's
self-conscious.
undeniably better than the way we say it.
I like a thing that rhymes. It's got words in it and pretty.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say from now on.
And pretty.
Yeah.
I'll give you one real quick.
Okay.
Making lots of lefts. We are in the middle. This oval is black. My uncle is the chaplain.
Wow. Holy
shit.
Slow clap. Yeah, that's a good slow clap. Oh, and snapping too? I like
I was
that.
just lucky enough to get a lot of feeling from your story
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
able to write a poem about
Well,
that.
That's Michael Morona in a nutshell. Sounds really nice, and he stabs you in the
and then
back.
boom, get in there.
Your poem.
I'll just call it poetry from now on. Because I don't say that weird, do I? Poetry? Now I don't know how I'm
Poetry.
saying anything.
Poetry.
Poetry.
There's a poetry farm down the street.
I think you're just gonna. You're getting one off the top of the dome, aren't you?
Yeah. What? What are you saying?
Do a story.
What?
You're gonna do a poem.
Oh, I am.
based
I'm
on
doing
your-
it.
Dance, monkey, dance. Do what we say.
I feel the spark.
Okay, so this is a situation that was happening at the Waffle House. Oh, you didn't think we were dating, he said to me. He sat across from me. I felt as scrambled as my eggs. I had worn my vinyl pants special and now was quite sweaty.
Aww. See, they don't all have to be happy.
I got nervous.
There's more.
The coffee, it tumbled like our love, which apparently never existed. Thank you.
Good.
That was it. No slow. Yeah, that was a rough time. At that Waffle House.
Yeah.
Vinyl pants. Don't wear vinyl pants. That's really the take-home message. Don't wear
Should
vinyl
have
pants.
been a
PSA
PSA
about
about
that.
he says, by the way.
Oh, we're all doing poems?
I want to hear you do a poem.
Okay.
I want everyone to stop saying it like I say it. I've trademarked it.
What? Do you mean Cool Whip? Cool Whip?
It's a funny Family Guy, huh?
Are you doing it?
I don't know how to. Okay.
I'll give you a scene. You're in college. Go.
Oh, but I thought we were all doing references from this podcast.
Oh, okay. That's good. I like that better.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Then there's actually a rhyme and reason to it.
He's going back to
No
Stipe
rhyme.
with the pants. I bet you, right?
Okay.
Let's go Stipe with the pants.
He's got right.
Raphael's got Ray-Bans. Michelangelo's got nostrils. Let's do some rails, bro. And then rail April O'Neil.
That was dark.
Very Michael Bay.
It was very Michael Bay.
Very Michael Bay. Trey Bay.
Kumail's wiping tears off his face now.
It was very Michael Bay Day Wong.
This would be called Bay Day Wong.
Payday long.
Is it poem time?
It's poem time. still.
Poem.
We're almost done.
I have this one. Yeah, we are. I was late for class, and when I went in, the board was full. So I turned around and wiped it off with my ass.
Nice.
Thanks.
I can see where that was going.
I'm trying to sell it. I'm trying. This is my way out of.
I can see where that was
podcast,
going.
sort of
Is there a
$1 million
poetry
idea.
podcast? Because there really should be.
Sure,
Yeah, there's plenty. There's plenty. It's its own
I-
category. Yeah.
I sat in the aisle row. You started staring at me. I pleaded with you not to sit in the middle. But you did. You smelled nice. My hands were clammy. You were big. Bigger than me. I was uncomfortable. I couldn't switch seats. Fuck Southwest Airlines.
The title of that
Very
poem
good.
is An Ode to Steve Agee.
Yeah, that's, Steve, we love you.
You're the man. I saw you at Sketchfest last year, and you were quite funny. And
Has he been on
you did
your
a bit
podcast?
about farting.
He's doing
Oh,
our show
man.
tonight. You guys should come. You guys have your own show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're doing it tonight, and he's on our show.
Mike can go.
You should come.
Yeah, come to our show tonight.
Mike can go.
Yeah, take Mike.
So tell us about
Look, how-
video games.
please.
When
Wait,
was
you
your,
didn't do a poem.
When?
You did not.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
I did
you
the first
He
started.
started the poems. Wow.
I'm on drugs.
It was a
I'm
yeah,
on
that was
drugs,
the
you guys.
slow clap one. You know?
I guess we just left
See?
the oval permanently, guys. We're no longer in
That
the
whole
racetrack.
poem was about you, Emily.
Yeah, wow.
I was so touched by it that I had to blank it out immediately. And sweet.
Favorite video game character who's abroad?
Oh, who's abroad? Right now, I'll go with Ellie from Last of Us, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Favorite video game character who's abroad?
Oh, I just changed my mind.
Who?
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Like a woman.
Like abroad, don't you mean?
I wanted to differentiate.
Very classy, but I'm more of a broad than a woman, I would say.
I like. What's her? Bayonetta. Do you know her?
Wow, that is
That's a good one.
dude.
She's
She's got a.
I beat that game.
It's a
great
great
It takes
game.
a long fucking time
It's
to
a
beat.
great game.
Oh, I'm just gonna beat up demons for a while.
Yeah.
My hair.
And her clothes are made of her hair.
And her high heel guns.
yeah.
Those are
I bought
sexy.
the high heel guns. I did.
very sexy.
Is there downloadable content for that shit?
No, they're coming out
just
with a
have-
sequel.
You have to. Oh yeah, then Bayonetta 2.
Yeah.
Now, what's your second choice? Now you.
GLaDOS from Portal, which is a lady robot.
Lady Robot.
Lady robot.
Favorite video game characters abroad?
I used to crush it with katana.
Ooh, okay.
Kana's a great choice.
Mortal Kombat.
Is she the
3?
one who's a
She had
butterface?
the-
Blue. And blue.
She had the blue. Oh,
Do you see her
Butterface.
teeth or not see her teeth?
There's one that has a demon face and one that has a human face.
No, she had a human face.
Okay.
Okay.
So Melina was the
Melina
one
is
with
the one with the
demon
demon
face.
Melina.
Yeah.
Right? I said that right. I heard
Go
someone-
ahead. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Brad.
I don't know if I might be off
Thanks,
base.
Jeremy. My
Did
favorite
Donkey
character
Kong
was-
did Donkey Kong have the because Miss Pac-Man
Peach.
and Pac-Man. All right,
Oh,
so I
Miss
picked
Donkey
Peach.
Kong? You're looking for a Miss
I'm
Donkey
looking for Miss Donkey Kong.
Diddy Kong.
That was a single. That was a
There you
single
go. That's
family.
what I picked. I just didn't know the name.
No,
Dixie.
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 no, the mother died in childbirth of Donkey Kong Jr. She died
Jeremy
in
had,
childbirth.
Jeremy had a Craigslist misconnection for Dixie.
Yeah, never called. It was weird. I'm really lonely.
You were throwing.
I saw you on the BART.
Yeah, you were throwing.
Actually, I wrote a
barrels.
poem for her, and she didn't. She didn't pick it
Give us
up.
some bananas?
A poem.
Potassium. Okay,
So?
mine. Did you come up with yours yet? Is it
I-
Princess?
Yeah, Dixie Kong.
I had a backup even.
Jeez.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you mean?
This is only my question.
I guess I like Kanoko from Oni. Do you remember that video game Oni? He's looking it up right now because that's how old it is.
No.
I like.
No.
I knew I had answers
Wow.
to these before.
Well, that's all the time
I
we
didn't
have.
I didn't have any. just making up stuff.
Okay.
He
What
likes
about-
Miss Pac-Man. That's his favorite. I know from
Yay! She's
experience.
got a bow on her head.
Provider.
That's how you know vagina. That's the only way you would know
those
Pink
pants
vagina.
on.
bow, vagina.
Wait. What if she was upside down and just facing down?
Oh, that's dirty.
Oh my god.
We
Okay,
I'll
we
never-
need to
No,
go-
she's
so-
not. No, that's not her real
I
vagina.
got a new one,
That's
I got a
just
new
a
one.
drawing of a vagina. on underwear.
Way to bring it back. Way to bring it back. I got a new one. My favorite video game character who's abroad is Shamus from Metroid.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good one. That's a very good one.
See that? The only one that got claps. Favorite video game character who's a dude.
Favorite video game? I mean, you mean all of them?
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
Wow,
Remember
this is almost
remember
the same
guns
as like,
have
hey,
balls.
what's your coolest guy you saw on PP?
Okay, least favorite video game character who's a dude.
Least favorite.
Oh, these are stupid questions.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I'm sure they're out
I
there.
think I think we don't have to. We don't have to just switch genders.
No, I
and
agree.
Be like,
Let's-
ask another question.
No, let's structure the podcast. I
That's
agree.
it.
Yeah, this is a good time to do it.
Let's not delineate it along gender lines.
Oh yeah, so we
and
go on an
divide
adventure every
ourselves.
time. That's
Yeah.
usually what we do. We were in San Francisco,
Yeah.
so
This is an adventure.
yeah, this whole
You guys
thing
have
is
fun
an
so far?
adventure.
What, climbing the steps to get to the punchline?
Why is this? We were saying you could have a good siege here. This is if there's a siege of San Francisco. Come to the
you guys
punchline.
should
How many
be up
arrow
here.
towers do you have, and how many arrow towers are you upgrading right now? So that because that's going to cost you a lot of gems.
It's a lot of resources. It's true, but it's worth it. I think.
It's just a lot of
That's
gems.
like 5 wood, 1 metal. And
It's a great, like, if you guys ever play Gears of War Horde mode, this is a great level
Yeah.
for Gears
There's
of
a
War.
lot of places
or the
to hide.
zombies in
Zombies in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
and Ghost whatever.
This works well if you've been to the punchline. If you have not, don't know.
Just
For
come
the
out.
listener, we are describing a walled compound within which we are
Comedy club.
recording.
And there's just one staircase that
One
you
entrance.
can come
That's helpful.
one entrance.
Yeah.
So that's what's great.
So we can
And-
flank it.
Yeah, it's controlled by many sight lines from above.
Many sightlines
Yeah.
and trees.
It looks similar to those castles in Game of Thrones.
It's a good place for an ambush. I
It
would
is a
agree.
good place.
Yeah.
It's the Minas
Watch your
Tirith
step
of
when you
comedy
leave,
club.
guys. Okay.
Be careful.
Where are you guys? What are you guys going to do while you're here? That's going to be adventure. Anything?
Let's go to Castro.
He wants to walk
I
around.
want to walk
naked
around
on
nude in the
Castro.
Castro.
Someone told me about this great French restaurant in the Castro called.
Say
I
it.
forget.
Are you doing a bit?
No,
I thought
I'm
it was
not
gonna
doing
be
that.
No, I was sure it was a bit because
Yeah.
it was French restaurant
Yeah.
in the Castro.
Yeah.
No.
Do they
I
have
don't
plastic
know.
wrap so you can sit in the seats nude? In the Castro?
Is that a thing?
I think so, right?
I think you have to bring your own placemat, right? If you walk around nude, they decide. No one here is from San Francisco. I understand, but they passed. They said somebody sued and said you have to let me be nude, right?
Oh, I didn't know anything about this. You're
In
allowed to
San
be
Francisco.
naked in San Francisco.
But you have to be naked
Back
as
me
you
up,
walk out
would
the
ya?
door. You can't be. You can't.
gotta commit
you
to
can't
it.
undress in
Oh, so
public,
you
but
can
you
be-
can walk out the
Can't
door
denude
naked.
You
yourself.
can't pull a stipe, but
You can't pull a stipe. Right.
You can pull a stipe, which is indoors.
indoors.
You can
and
pull a
then go
stipe
out.
inside of Winnebago. You can't stipe out, out on
You
the
can't
street.
stipe
You
it out.
can't stipe anywhere, you know.
Not these days. The laws have just gotten so much tighter since.
Did
the
you look
90s.
at him and go, he's not my stipe?
Do not
So
encourage
that's
him.
Thank you,
Your dad
everyone.
jokes. What are you doing right now?
These guys
Professional
are
comedian.
taking out money for you. That was
Yeah.
You gonna tip them?
It's like $60 they're giving me.
Yeah. Thanks for the money, guys.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
We'll meet you later. No.
Okay, cool.
Well, how about some plugs? What do you guys got for us?
We have a podcast called The Indoor Kids on the Nerdist Network.
Which is
That's
awesome.
true.
Download it. I am on Twitter at Kumail N.
I am on Twitter at the Ginomite.
What does that come from? Was that like from the?
I took burlesque dance classes.
Do you remember Dynamite for the NES?
Gyromite?
Gyromite for
Yeah.
the NES. Do you
People-
remember Robbie the
frequently.
Robot?
Yeah, absolutely.
I never got I only ever did the one that didn't use the robot.
They didn't work.
They sucked, right?
Yeah, I mean, their job was to deliver.
Not like your podcast, which is awesome.
Yes, that's true. So that was my dance. That was my dance name, and then I just slowly took it on as like a thing.
All total handle.
Ginomite. You have to say it like that,
Dynamite.
in case you were curious. And we're at Indoor Kids on Twitter
Yeah.
You guys,
Also-
you guys talk about video games?
Yeah.
and other stuff.
Mostly video games.
Mostly
All
video
indoor, so we talk about movies a
And
little bit. video
Trivia.
games.
Our name is a reference to Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh yeah.
Where they're like,
indoor
we're the
kids.
indoor kids. Yeah.
The indoor kids. Oh, that's
That's
very
us.
cool.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. And I was on it once, and it was wonderful.
You were. Oh yeah, you
you were
did.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on it.
I thought
Oh,
you
I
were saying
see.
the state. I didn't know what you were.
He was too
No.
young to be on that show.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably true.
Otherwise, you
Call
would
it
have
the
been like,
Green
"Oh, I remember
Machine."
you from the state when you were on it."
No, you were a kid.
I figured I could hang out and have some dinner with you if it was all right with you, Mrs. Cochise. That was my favorite one.
It's not often that a sketch group gets to have such success and break up and reform and metastasize in other cities like so many cancer tumors. But here we are, laughing at cancer.
I can't figure out if
Oh.
what you're.
Jeez, I don't know. What
You don't know if you can't
Welcome
tell if
to
my
our
take
life.
is positive or
Yeah,
negative.
no, not at all. I
Oh,
mean,
just that comedy spreads, man.
you just said cancer several times.
I
right?
did.
Yeah.
I
Now,
guess
you,
I'm still
now
in
you
that.
guys all know that Mike has his good moments and his sad moments.
Yeah, I know. I'm still in the January
clap moments.
depression.
I
That
mean,
we.
it is February 1st.
Oh, be happy now.
Hey, if it's February 1st, then tomorrow is Groundhog Day.
Is that your birthday?
Well, is that when you'll be sending me the earliest birthday text ever?
I've heard this story,
I've been
actually.
texting Danny happy birthday on February 2nd for about 10 years.
Not his birthday.
You really
No, my
you really
birthday's on
waited-
the 8th.
On the 8th.
It's not
Then
on the 2nd.
He waited to tell me that. I just thought it was.
Like, you didn't have the heart to tell him for a bunch of years, you know? You always do it after
He
that.
didn't return the gifts though.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's
He didn't return the
right.
gifts.
When's your birthday?
I'm a Libra.
I don't know what that means.
September 27th.
All right then. When's everybody's birthday? Let's go around.
One by one.
What about Meltdown, you guys?
Oh yeah, I'm
Meltdown
sorry.
here?
Oh yeah, and if you're in LA, come see The Meltdown, a show that I host with my friend Jonah Ray that Emily produces. It's in the back of a comic book store called Meltdown Comics,
You're
and we're
saying this
doing
very
8
fast.
episodes of Comedy Central starting next week.
Starting Wednesday.
Starting Wednesday.
We're doing 8 episodes for Comedy Central.
Is it all about comics? It's about your guests. You guys discuss comics. What's
We
No,
don't at
it's
all.
just
It's
a
just-
stand-up comedy show.
Yeah, it's stand-up comedy.
So it has
So who's
nothing
your
to do
next?
with comics.
Who's your first upcoming guest?
We're not
actually
allowed to say,
but we got some great ones.
but let's say it
Jeez.
rhymes with
Michael Stipe.
George Carlin.
Yep, we got a
like
pretty
that.
big
I like
budget.
that. Yeah.
Brought him back from the
Yeah,
dead.
it's
He's
like
going to be a
a hologram.
hologram.
It's a hologram, yeah. Damn! Tupac is the second guest.
Yeah.
No, we have an amazing lineup. We should find out if we can say.
I know.
Sorry,
we have to
we're
find out.
not allowed to say.
We're not allowed. But you guys are,
But
anytime
you
you're in
guys
LA,
can,
you're welcome to
you
come
guys
by.
can go to the Meltdown and figure it out for yourselves online.
Yeah,
Super
come
fun.
by. Come
Or
by.
if any of you are in New York, you can come to Jeremy's apartment and try and disrupt our next recording of this podcast. which-
You are invited. I'll have handout tickets. Yeah.
yeah, we'll sell those tickets.
Nobody will. You can scalp them. Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. Visit our website, theadventuresofdannyandmike.com. Our Twitter's at Danny and Mike. D. Tamborelli.
It should be
Michael
Mike and
Tamborelli.
Danny, but
Well, it
at
was
this point,
for once tonight. Thanks
Just
so much
once.
for coming. Yeah. Slow clap. Slow clap.